Good morning, YouTube. Again, from Kelowna, BC. It's the dude. This place is a freaking mess. But it'll be nice to have that all fixed up. I can't find my glasses. And I need a coffee. Well, I got my coffee. And I've been sitting here on the phone with Napa, Lordco, Canadian Tire, trying to find the spring. And they're like, dude, yeah, we can't even find a listing for it. You'll probably end up going back to pick apart. And I'm like, oh, because it's a good half-hour drive across town. And then I looked up. And all I can see are all these boxes stuffed full of parts. And I remembered my friend had parts for everything. And I'm like, I should actually climb up there and have a look. I started going through them, and the parts I picked up at the auto wrecker, they were up there. There's actually a whole new casing for my steering wheel. And I found the spring. Thank you, Austin. Up there in heaven, you're the man. This little guy, on the other hand, I know we're going to go right now. Okay. He shot out my door this morning, and he went whipping fast across the street, started running down the road. And I totally forgot that I hadn't put him on a leash, and I was still half awake. Half asleep, too. Anyways, I called out his name and just started walking. And he was around the corner sniffing, and I called him over, and he came over. I thought, oh my goodness, my little boy's growing up. Got to put some shoes on before I take him for his walk, but let's put that spring in a good, safe spot. I'm so happy about that. Hang on, I gotta put my shoes on. Still gotta pull, but one good thing about all that pulling he does, it doesn't seem to hurt his neck, but it sure keeps his nails from being filed down. So we picked up the proper tool that's supposed to compress this down. I'm still having issues, so I'm gonna pull it apart again, make sure everything's lined up. Okay, so this goes on like this. Pretty straightforward. And tight. Find some plates. There we go. And then we just start doing this butterfly knot. You got yourself tangled up. You just have to go around the tree. It's fall, buddy. Yeah. So before I get ahead of myself, I ordered a part from Lordco, an automotive parts store. And just remembered now when I started putting this together, and it's like, oh, if I would have put it together, I would have had to pull it apart and put this part back in. So we got the part, and we are about to assemble the steering wheel assembly. Just got to tighten these bolts up, and we'll be ready to install into the bus. I give up. We lost the daytime running lights. All we have now is headlights. But I do have a horn and the new ignition. So that's it. I'm done with that. I'm going to order a set of LED spotlights or fog lamps. Those will be my high beams for now because I'm tired of chasing this, and literally it'll cost me $30 to fix the problem. So now we're going to end this whole episode with a cooking show. Cooking with Brent's VanLife. Here we go. That's right. When cooking meat, it's Montreal Smoked Beef. We're going to have some ribs And I'm gonna cook a few chicken thighs with legs, as well as pre-wrapped baked potatoes. First off, I need to prep up the ribs up. We'll get them seasoned. I like to put them into a seasoned wrap and then cook them at low temperature. So I'm going to put them in with the potatoes, which would allow me time to work on the chicken. Come on. Don't be shy with your seasoning. It's a dry rub. And as much as I love Montreal smoked beef and smoked spices, I also love garlic. Perfect. Spices are rubbed in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another layer of tinfoil over top, and then I seal the ends up. Watch this. That's right. And we'll fold it all up. Start it off nice and neat like that, okay? And then what you want to do is keep folding every edge until you get this thing as tight as possible. And what happens is we're going to steam this stuff, and it's going to pre-cook the ribs in its own juices. No boiling. You're going to steam it in its fatty, seasoned self. We're going to cook it for a slow time for about half an hour or a bit more. And then what we do is we rip it open and then we brown it. So wait till you see the final outcome. Next up, chicken. We're going to do about 4 of those. There's 2 of us here. You better make it 5. With the chicken, I like to be able to put them onto the, right onto the barbecue. And we're going to cook them at low heat too. So we'll do the same thing we are with the ribs. We're just not going to wrap the chicken. We're going to season it and put it on dry so it has a chance to cook and dry the chicken out. Not too much though, because it's low. On the chicken, I use this Clubhouse Le Grill and a little bit of Montreal Montreal chicken. I'm going to add a little bit of ground pepper. And then it's going straight onto the barbecue. I only season one side, and what I do is I put that side up. So this will all start to sweat when I start to cook it, which will allow the seasoning to fall into the skin. And it cooks so much better when you're on the underside of the chicken that when you flip it over, basically all you're doing is browning the skin. Okay, yeah, so we're just patting this down because we want the seasonings to stick. Can't forget about dessert. Good old homemade apple pie. I wonder if we have ice cream. Nope. I wonder if we have ice cream. I wonder if we have whipped cream. So this is going on. That's steaming, and baked potatoes are baking. Now, we have smoke, we have temperature, we have dinner. Okay? I'll plate this stuff up and you guys will have a seat. Hey, Pauline?
What?
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Say good morning.
Well, good morning, YouTube. After 3 days of construction, we're still in Kelowna. Today is basically, I'm just cleaning up the mess over the last few days of doing automotive repairs. And we're going to get things hopefully tickety booed. This is a lot better than it used to be. We're just cleaning things up and organizing. I still have the whole corner unit to clean out, but this is the main thing. We put a new ignition switch on here, as this top one was broken off of my old one, and we actually have a horn that works. Yeah. Just got to figure out the light still.